Yeah, thanks, Joe. This is Roland in Studio B. We're live broadcasts are made possible by Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. And a great big welcome all the way from Asheville, North Carolina, Gold Rose. All right, WNCW live music today from Gold Rose out of Asheville, North Carolina. That one called Stuck in Appalachia. I was just thinking as you were saying that Appalachia has so many connotations, just that word.
Yeah, for sure. I actually wrote that song. I had moved to North Carolina and I'd been here for a week. And I think it's always interesting, no matter how many times you move or wherever you're moving, it's always difficult, Like you never get used to it. It's always a stressful situation. And I moved here. I was here in Asheville and hated it. After a week, I decided I'm done. I gave it a week. I'm good. I'm moving back home. So I wrote that song. That's about that time. But I enjoy here now, so it's my home.
I was wondering, where are you from?
I'm from upstate New York.
Okay.
I'm Canadian, basically.
Yeah. Well, awesome. I like the song a lot. And again, connotations of Appalachia, that when it goes towards that sort of dark side, I don't know, it seems like. Brand new record out. It's called Dust. Hasn't even been released yet. The release date is in, 3 days or something? 4 days?
Yeah, Sunday we're throwing a party for it. We're doing a release show at the Mothlight Sunday night with Julia Sanders. She's opening things up. So I think doors are 7, and Julia plays at 8, and we play at 9. So
congratulations on the record. I just listened to it the whole way through today for the first time.
What'd you think? Give me an honest take right now.
I like it. Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
All right, good. That's our first review. He likes it.
Storytelling, is that where it starts?
Yeah, that's really what I am. I'm a storyteller. I like to write songs and tell stories. They're personal stories, but that's what I do.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Is it all coming out of your experience, or are you just sort of seeing people and projecting, or?
No, I mean, they're all personal stories, but I think they're stories people can relate to. I think some of my favorite songwriters, I hear something that they wrote about themselves and can totally relate, and maybe a different way, or make my own story up out of their stories. So, yeah.
The record is called Dust. Is it why Dust?
So Dust is actually, I've spent a lot of time out on the road over the last probably 7 years, and to me, dust is, what you leave behind out on the road. So that's why it's called Dust.
Okay. So sort of Tales from the Road. Life is a journey.
Yeah, and leaving things behind, letting things go.
Cool. So Gold Rose is the name of the band. I know this band was configured as a trio for a while. You got kind of a new lineup now.
Yeah, we started as a trio several years back, and I left Asheville and came back and found some other hoodlums to play with me.
Who are the hoodlums in question today?
Sure. I'll start over here with Matt Lane on the bass. We have Phil Alley on the shredding guitar. We have Mr. Jackson Delaney on all types of steel instruments. And Mr. C. Scott Shaw on the drums. He plays a little trumpet and sings, too.
Yeah, cool. I like that kind of raga thing that started that last song, too. That's neat. Textures, like the trumpet and all the reverby guitar and the two guitars and stuff like that.
Yeah, we like a lot of guitar tones on top of guitar tones, and then we confuse people by throwing a trumpet in there.
Yeah, it sounds great, and I love the pedal steel in it, too. It just seems to add a nice quality to that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, so Gold Rose is the name of the band. They're out of Asheville. Again, and the show's coming up at the Mothlight this Sunday night up in Asheville with Julia Sanders opening. And there will be copies on hand of the new record, right?
I hope so. Yeah, they'll be there.
Yeah, you got the artwork out and stuff?
Absolutely, yeah. Everything's ready to go. We did all the artwork ourselves, so yeah.
Cool. All right, let's get another song.
Sounds good.
All right, live music today here in Studio B at WNCW from Gold Rose and the new record, which is called Dust. And that's Kevin Fuller, who's the singer-songwriter in front of the band. And that song is called... Kevin switches guitars on us.
That's called The List.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tell the story behind that song.
That's a tough one. So that's a song I wrote a couple years back, and I wrote it and it just kind of poured out of me. And I realized several months down the road that it was a song realizing that I had committed suicide and what I wanted to communicate to people from the other side or that type of thing.
Yeah, it's a really fascinating song. I'd heard the version of that on YouTube. It's a hard song to sing.
It is, yeah. Sometimes it's more difficult than others, but yeah. And sometimes it feels good to get it out there, you know. So.
Yeah. What do people say? What response have you gotten?
Yeah, you know, what's interesting, I never really talked about that aspect of the song up until, I don't know, a couple months ago. I was struggling with some stuff, and I put it out there and said, this is the meaning. And it was so good to hear from a lot of different people just reaching out, like, you know, I struggle with mental health issues too, or how are you doing? And it started this big conversation with me and a group of friends, and actually strangers. A lot of strangers reached out too and said, hey, I struggle with mental health issues, and, you know, I just want to let you know I'm thinking of you. And, you know, we went back and forth, and it started this big conversation, which I thought was so important. I think more people need to talk about where they are. If you're struggling, it's okay to struggle. Just tell someone, talk about it. We're all here, you know. Let's talk about it together.
It's neat how music does so many things, but what a vehicle for communication, right? Reaching people.
Yeah. That's why we do it, I guess.
Yeah. Are you one of those guys, like, if there was no career as a musician, would you still be sitting somewhere writing songs and singing them if it was just you? Or
yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. But yeah, you know, I think first and foremost, you know, music is like entertainment. People get out to entertain, but for me, it's really a vessel of, you know, how to express myself and my feelings, and it's going to happen, you know, and that's.
How long are these songs coming together for you? This is with this band, but how long have you been working on these songs and sort of bringing this whole thing together?
Sure. So most of these songs are a bunch of older songs from a time period in my life, and with a couple newer songs. We've been working on these for a while, and we also have a large group of songs outside of this album that we've been working on. So this group together, I would say probably 2 years now. So yeah.
Sounds great. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Is this, when you were writing, did you have kind of this sound in your head, like, I don't know, the wall sound, the guitars, and the...
Man, no, not at first. I mean, this particular sound has always intrigued me, and it's the type of music I listen to, but I think like the first handful of songs I wrote were just sad songs, and I never envisioned it. But I'm starting to do that, you know. Some of our newer songs that we have coming down the pike are definitely, I think of that type of thing, like, you know, guitar textures and steel and some trumpet.
Yeah, I love the trumpet. That's just a beautiful little bright texture and all that darkness. So the band is called Gold Rose. The record is Dust. I got my copy now. Thanks. It looks great. It's sort of the black and white photograph on the cover. Some guys riding horses. There's dust.
That's me, actually.
Is that you?
No, I'm kidding.
It's going to be impressed. Yeah, it's cool. I'm sure people can see it. It must be up on, where can people find you online?
Sure. We're everywhere. The album is not out yet. We do have a single off our album called Rosalie, which we're about to play. That is on Spotify and all the other things that people might find music at. Yeah.
Okay. And then Sunday night at the Mothlight in Asheville, big CD release show. Gold Rose is playing live today. How about another song? All right, Rosalie, the name of the song. It is Gold Rose, playing live today on WNCW, and songs from the brand new record called Dust. And again, congratulations on that. What's the plan moving forward? You getting to take it out on the road some?
Yeah, we're going to do some stadium touring later this year. So we're putting that together. No, we got some plans to do some regional stuff right now. We want to be strategic about it, not just hit the road like idiots and, that type of thing.
What's the live show like? Do these songs open up more, or are they?
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes we might be mistaken as a jam band, but yeah, we like to open it up a little bit. We got a lot of guitar, so I'd like to get loose and spread the love on some solos, for sure. Yeah.
So you can see for yourself Sunday night up in Asheville at the Mothlight with Julia Sanders opening a big CD release show. Love the record, love the sound of the band. Sounds great. So, yeah, good luck with it. And thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having us. This means a lot. Public radio to me is just such a big deal. It always has been in my life, so we appreciate what you guys do.
Yeah, well, it's as good as the people making the music, so it's just one of those mutual things. So, yeah, thanks to you. Another song before you head out, right?
Sounds good. Yeah, this is a song called "Oh Angeline."
Oh, Angeline, the name of the song. That is Kevin Fuller on guitar and vocals and songwriting, and the band is called Gold Rose. Dust, the new record, Sunday night at the Mothlight up in Asheville. Man, I hope it goes great. Thank you for the music. Thanks for the record.
Thank you. Appreciate you all having us in.
Absolutely. Thanks to the band. It sounded great today, you guys. Live broadcast on WNCW are made possible by Sierra Nevada Brewing Company.